Let's get everyone in here and let's get ourselves prepped for the finals of our second 2v2 Siege random pick tournament. Or random player pick. Maybe we'll do a random operator pick one in the future.
Hey, we're back. I hope you're inviting them all in.
I have invited everyone. I'm just waiting for them to all join. I think this is going to be a much more balanced match than the last one.
I agree. I mean, it's clear we've already seen that, you know, Sam and Adam, or Sour and Xentec here are working so well together. I mean, Xentec really getting good at securing those kills, and Sam just being confident with the intel, you know, confident in Xentec's ability to kill them before they can get to Sam, you know. But Pure and Tesco have both proven to be pretty good at fragging. I mean, counter fragging and things like that as well. They're doing pretty well at sticking together and coordinating in a very similar way.
They've got a good bit of coordination going, but both teams seem to function very well here. Poke definitely taking a very supportive role in these games, providing more intel, but Sam has done the same, so very similar play styles.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a closer game, for sure.
Xentec seems to be restarting his game.
Xentec now. Yeah, I think he did say something about it being a little bit glitchy. So
right, I've invited him for a third time. Restart
there. So this is the finals, guys. So let's take chickening out. Pure being a little bit hopeful there, I think, of that. But no, I mean, interesting games today, though, in general. You know, we've seen some fresh faces as well, which is always nice. Getting a few new people in. Bajirios actually was in our first ever tournament. We did a 1v1 tournament a long time ago before we got started in some of these things. Orca, of course, from Astro Allegiance there. Also new to this particular tournaments that we're now running. But yet it seems we have come back to 4 players we know and love from previous tournaments in the final.
Xentec trash talking, saying we should make a second place roll for Pure and Pope. That's
confidence. Right
yeah,
there.
Hopefully he doesn't get 4-0'd. I'm totally not calling it now. Right. House. How do you think this is going to go?
House is an interesting one. Obviously much smaller than any of the other maps that we have seen so far in our tournament sessions.
Bigger than it used to be.
Since the rework 2, people still aren't that comfortable with it.
Definitely.
You know, I think there's definitely going to be a bit more hesitation, maybe a bit, you know, slower on the pushes on this one.
And people no longer leave the lobbies.
Target against Xentec.
That's probably a very good choice here. It's he's very good with it, and the Yana ban, of course. So really using their knowledge from having watched the last few games, knowing that Finka and Yana are very strong.
Of favorites as well, of people on both teams. I mean, they're definitely using the knowledge they've accrued over watching each other play, and even playing games with each other in the Discord here over time to target ban each other, which is a little bit harsh, really. That Jaeger's going to be an interesting play, banning the Jaeger.
And an echo ban, yeah, completely targeting Xentec.
Yeah.
With this, yeah.
Xentec really not happy there with those bans.
He'll blame the loss on the ban phase.
You know, we should be unbiased here, but obviously Xentec is one of ours. He is a PN manager, he's a perpetual nonsense manager. Credit where it is. He feels attacked.
I'm not going to allow him to reroll.
You know, I definitely think that when they start bringing their knowledge in, you know, from these previous games and from being friends with each other and playing in general, I think it's really forcing them to play outside their comfort zone now. And I think that is actually a brilliant thing.
I mean, Xentec does not play a lot of casual, therefore he probably knows how's the worst out of everyone here. I don't know about Pure and Tesco, but I'm pretty sure they both play a good bit of casual, but Xentec refuses to play it most of the time.
Mostly plays ranked, that is true. Yeah.
He'll only warm up in quick play and, well...
I mean,
Let's
we
see.
have got an interesting fact here, though, is that House, although it's a very small map, some of the sites are still pretty far apart, you know? Like, we're looking at this now, that top floor site is actually pretty spread out. I mean, if you really think about it.
It's a very strange map now, because it used to be so small and claustrophobic. Now with these new rooms on the south side, it's actually significantly larger. But again, it's just one big square, as you can see here, with a lot of walls in between. Same with upstairs, but it should be quite interesting. A little C4 prepped there.
Looks like they're just pushing straight from basement, hoping to enter perhaps where the attackers hadn't really thought about it. So far, actually looks like a good strategy, although basement cam there, seeing them before it can get shot, that might cause them a few issues pushing upstairs here.
They should probably move a little bit faster. Droning now once again. They're not seeing any reaction from the defenders.
I mean, we are seeing them rotate a little bit more to be focusing on the stairs rather than windows. They're clearly not worrying as much here. Dockerby, though, causing all of them to kind of hesitate. Surprising the attackers didn't move further up, though, given that they did have the call there. But like I said, I did expect, you know, with the unfamiliarity that comes with this map, I'm not surprised that they're taking their time.
Yeah, kitchen cam there is one you don't expect to run into. It's one a lot of people forget about. It gives the defenders quite a bit of vision of your feet, and it's quite difficult to see from the hallway, I believe. So, well, we'll see how the defenders react to this very slow push. They seem quite comfortable. I mean, Lucy is a good pick for this.
Definitely, especially as they're already being quite slow with their push. They're not going to be able to just sprint past and plant, which is what they seem to be wanting to do. I mean, they're waiting now 25 seconds. They have to get into sight, and they know it. The defenders know it.
Oh, Sam getting a good first kill. Does not know that there is a defender behind him.
Though.
But that gives Xentec all the information that he needs to get his plant off.
Sticking the plant. He knows he's safe enough to do it, but he does not know where his enemy is. Looking the wrong way here, I think. No, looking the right way now.
And that's a very, very easy kill for Xentec with a DMR.
Yep. Very good pick, though. I mean, sneaking up behind Sam there, Sour there, was a really good idea, but unfortunately it let Xentec just get into a position that he was very comfortable in, you know. That is something you don't want the attackers to get into.
Yeah, Sam getting a kill there onto Tesco was very important. It really opened up the... it paved the way for Xentec to just rush in and plant, so...
Twitch chat going crazy now with people seeming to support Pure in this one as we read chat.
You guys are jinxing it. You realize you're jinxing it, right? Like, he's not going to win if you spam that.
I mean, it's true. I mean, they spammed against Zumi last time, and Zumi did actually lose. Audacity Zumi did actually lose with you last time. So
yeah, that's
there is power in emojis. Clearly,
I blame the energy drinks I was drinking. I had too many energy drinks, and then wasn't performing properly. Yeah, that's my excuse. Very good Valkyrie cam there.
Interesting reinforcements that they're doing here, though. I would say. You know, they haven't really reinforced the south side of that site at all, which is a bit surprising to me.
They probably want to leave it a little more open, maybe use those C4s to catch people who try to plant behind those soft walls. Definitely a good idea.
Still setting up the Valkyrie cams, though, as they're starting to make their push here, the attackers seeming pretty comfortable with it again. Knowing the Valk is there, Valk spotting the drone though, taking it out, denying them some of their intel.
A spray through that window would have been beautiful for Xentec, but now, breaking the window, letting them know that he's there. Valkyrie slowly coming forward to repeat.
And he is waiting for them to do it. I mean, that quick peek there, neither of them managing to hit each other.
1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. They've still got plenty of time and they're in a good position. Claymore there to stop the run out. What is Tesco doing? Oh, he's just same spot as last time, sitting on site, playing it safe. pushing out, being
Yeah,
spotted
Pope
though.
is definitely much more comfortable here, playing much more of an anchor role, I think. For people who aren't as familiar with the reworked house map, I think anchor is the most comfortable position to play. Because you're just focusing on the doorways that you can actually see, you know, you're not having to think about the rotates, about what angles you can be shot from, not in the same way.
Looks like they're preparing for push here. Valkyrie sitting far back on the stairs, not wanting to play...
Contest too much, yeah, it seems.
Yeah. Honor has taken a little bit of damage here, so that DMR is going to probably kill her in one shot. Might be very difficult.
Two, depending on where they're shot, yeah.
But I think
Definitely
one body
not a good
shot
position
is...
for them to be in, though.
But Xentec now pushing up.
Both of them pushing a little bit there.
Has sight. Pope very low on health. Xentec...
Taking a hell of a lot of damage there, yeah.
Yeah, and Xentec's just going to go for the plant.
Question is, does... Yeah, in fact, looking away from the balcony there, C4'd perfectly.
Yeah,
putting
unfortunate.
them in a really bad position. Very
That
good
C4
placement there.
was incredible, yeah. So you can kind of see why they were giving them the sight, staying off, staying safe, keeping back. C4s through the floor. Very, very good strategy, I think, for this map.
Almost definitely. I mean, that did just save them the round. I was finding it interesting that they were pulling so far back, but that really just explained their strategy there.
Mm.
Giving them the confidence, giving them the space to plant, just to deny it last minute. They know that these guys are pushing late. That's the thing, you know. We've seen it time and time again. Xentec and Sour here pushing last minute, getting the plant down and securing it.
Gridlock.
You know, deny them that push and they're messed up.
Xentec representing me with my gridlock. Though we have, it has been discussed that apparently I'm not a gridlock main because I barely play her, well, barely have played it this season. But I've only played 7 games of ranked this season, so can't really be a main of anything.
You're not placed yet?
No, so I haven't placed. I don't play this game much anymore.
Anyway, we see a Legion and a Valk on defense. Interesting, that's a lot of intel. A hell of a lot of intel coming from those two defensive operators. And I think slowing them down as well is going to be the main concern, the main thought of the Legion anyway. Gridlock obviously going against any of the rotates there could be a very solid play, especially on house. We have seen there are a lot of rotates they can use. And IQ, though, is going to certainly mess up the Valk and the Legion, so it is definitely a great counter.
Yeah,
if they do not take out IQ, they're going to have a problem.
This site, again, very similar to the last one, just one bomb shifting over. It's the LMG choice for Xentec, definitely good. Definitely, you can just swing into the site and shoot in, and honestly, it's got no recoil, so it's next to impossible to miss anything.
You say that now, you might have just jinxed it.
It's fine. I trust in him. But you do get a 2x on him.
There, though. Oh, he is definitely playing between sites. Not a bad use of that external platform there. Hoping to catch one of them off guard.
IQ pushing in
as
from
the
below.
IQ pushes independently.
And spotted on the cam. Running outside. Kind of debating. Minute and 5 seconds on the clock. Still haven't...
This is what I mean, you know, we're seeing a lot more cautious pushing on this map so far than we have on any of the other ones. We've seen quite aggressive pushing on Outback, certainly. And even on Clubhouse, you know, there was some pretty fast-paced pushes. They didn't necessarily go to plan, but you know.
Well, they went very well until they didn't.
Feels like that should be the motto of Siege. Xentec getting shot from below there, and
Yeah.
I don't think he's recognizing that that is where he got shot from.
Definitely not. He seems more confused about that damage he took than anything else. Oh, he might actually be able to get a beautiful pick here onto the Valkyrie. Oh, I'm just missing that shot and being down
And
here.
then getting down because he was so low on health initially. The IQ now having to push on their own, getting caught off guard by several legions. They are not in a good position now.
Diffuse it. Ooh, and a good shot onto the Legion there.
But they know that he has the diffuser,
and
they don't have the time.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a risk to run down the stairs there, but no choice really for him. Probably should have gone for a kill. Might even have seen the Valkyrie leaning the wrong way on there. That was actually not a great angle to be holding. So,
I'd agree. Definitely an interesting one on that part. We got chats singing either way for either Pure or Sam now in this match. Clash. Oh, Adam pulling out the Clash Xentec there. That is painful. He can play Clash quite well, but in a 2v2 scenario, I wonder how effective it's gonna be. I mean, to be fair to him, Clash is best countered in large groups, so this could actually go.
And I doubt, and they have nothing to deal with the Clash. They have
well.
no nades. They have.
They don't have an Ashe. They don't have a Zephyr.
Twitch
they don't
doesn't
have
disable
nades.
it. Twitch should totally disable it, by the way.
Same way it disables a gadget. Yeah. Or maybe temporarily.
Yeah, no, just disable it for a moment, like she does with everything else. Like that would actually be a very effective way to deal with Clash. With an operator who I would say is not seen all that often anymore. Twitch. I haven't seen her played as much by a lot of people. The recoil is definitely more difficult to handle.
Yeah, I think this will be interesting though. That Clash could actually prove to be a defining feature of their defense.
Basement site's a very good one to defend, but it's quite open. It's very difficult to defend both sites at the same time when there are only two of you.
Yeah. And Twitch just taking out as much intel as they possibly can as well. I mean, you know, taking out cams, just taking out counter breach even. I mean, look at that, taking out the mute jammers, the one thing that's supposed to stop Twitch, actually proving to be no issue at all.
Now they can freely push from both sides, doing a little bit of damage to Tesco. Tesco teabagging, probably upset about having to deal with this.
I think he's actually trying to get him to come outside, you know, trying to distract Xentec maybe a little bit here.
Sam, not sure where the other player is. If Xentec does peek outside
here, not to get too close or turn his back, that obviously would end him pretty quickly.
Ooh, unfortunate for Sam, he didn't quite get that kill.
Close but no cigar, as they would say.
Little bit of
taking
damage
a bit
there.
of damage himself, yeah. As they are trying to take out this Clash. I mean, just to no avail. Sam here watching his back, stopping them being able to rotate behind the Clash though, honestly, good play.
And then they're just gonna rush in. Oh.
And the Clash play works out. That is a nasty kill, but Sam is taken down in the meantime.
Pope's here struggling to really get to the Clash, and yeah, this is where you see Clash doing best, but if he can just... Oh! Alright, well... Oh! No!
So close, but no cigar, just didn't have the time there. That was a really unfortunate, but great attempt there to try and fake the plant and take him out.
Would have been so beautiful, and honestly, Xentec would have...
Regaling there to one of Perpetual Nonsense Community's rules. That is more of a jokey rule. Rule 10, don't ban Clash, you fucking forehead.
It's a very serious rule.
That is definitely, you know, one play we're seeing now that we perhaps wouldn't expect.
Well, let's see if we will see Clash again. No Warden this time. Perhaps worried about excessive amounts of flash grenades or a Ying pick, which I would not be surprised to see. Ying is very strong on house. It's very easy to just flash in 3 rooms at once and kill everyone inside of it. It's so easy to just get in. So few places to hide in reality.
Yeah, there's really not many things that you can get to go between you and a flash grenade or a Ying or, you know, things like that. It's quite dangerous. Warden there, yeah, definitely a good pick. Mute as well, I mean... It's difficult with a Mute, again, because there are just so many entrances onto these sites that countering intel can be really difficult, actually. Because there's just so many places for the drones to come from. I mean, we even saw that with Twitch last round, you know, that Twitch's drones still managed to get past everything because you just can't mute everything.
Well, they now know that there's a mute, and it looks like they're going to go for the same push that Xentec and Sam
Sour
went
did
through.
initially, yeah. One of them actually going downstairs while the other one stays upstairs, splitting their power a little bit here, hoping to maybe catch some people off guard on red.
And Pure doing
Interesting play.
with Ash what Ash does best, which is push in, be sneaky and silent, and probably
Have
rush.
no hitbox. Yeah,
Okay, well the hitbox is really dependent on the skin you use and something on. Like, I don't think it changes. It just feels like the Lara Croft one is impossible to hit.
You know, that's why I have it.
Of course.
Playing here, it's interesting, yeah, that Ash is here, definitely trying to get a flanking angle on anyone that tries to get upstairs here.
Tesco unable to really get much out of his position so far. Just sort of sitting there, waiting. Ooh. Now, Sam... we'll talk about that later.
Sam damaging himself there with a C4, definitely not the move that you want to see.
Ah, Xentec unable to get the kill onto the Ash, unable to hit her even once!
I feel like there's definitely more Ash hitbox jokes to be made.
Absolutely.
Getting a little bit confused as to which site was which there, trying to plant in bedroom. Diffusing now on site, and where's our attacker at? Where's our defender at, sorry?
Our defender currently pushing the Ash, knows the Ash is there, just...
The Ash knows he's there too, though. And he has to remember there's not just the Ash left, you know? This is the dangerous thing about this situation.
He can't push across this, and he knows...
Going this way, doesn't know that his enemy is right there, though.
You might hear them shift. Yeah, Tesco making a lot of noise there. Oh, unfortunate.
Unfortunately thinks they're on the wrong side there.
That was a very good try.
This is a tight game so far, though. Really tight.
Definitely. 2 to 3.
Although Pope, they're getting his first kill of the day, though 3 assists, as we see. My game, not very happy with that one.
Match point. It is do or die for Team Xentec and Sourdough. What did he say there? He's worse since he lost the gunfight.
Pope was saying that his aim was bad. His own aim was bad, and that Pure was then arguing back that Sour's aim was worse because he lost the gunfight against it. Honestly, fair arguments made. Both were potatoes. Yeah. Xentec going for the cav here, and a mirror, so a very heavy anchor and a heavy roamer on the same team now on a 2v2.
Probably a good choice. Ooh, choosing to go for the music room site. This, in my opinion, probably one of the best sites on this map. I love this site. It's just sad that no one seems to know how to actually defend it. Mirror window in between the sites on a reinforced wall? Now that might be the death of them here.
Interesting play, not sure what I think about it. I think they're just trying to get as much intel as is possible from this one, but I'm not sure if this is the best way to do it. You know, if they're going for intel, I'd argue a Valkyrie or something of that nature is a better thing. I think Valkyrie is still active, isn't it, on this one?
I believe Valkyrie was... No, Valkyrie is still available.
No, they were banned last game, yeah.
Yeah, last game. Now, what I don't quite understand here for the defender side is that, you know, they've blocked off one site completely, effectively making it a death sentence to, well, defend. But, you know, I don't really quite know what their plan is for the rest of this attack phase. Defense phase, rather. Hold it, maybe just...
They're certainly not doing anything that could be predictable. Now, if that works in their favor or not is yet to be seen, but, I mean, we can't even see really what they're doing.
But TV room is completely open from one side, and the attackers are now splitting up, pushing from 2 different angles once again.
That is going to be a dangerous thing, though, with Cav on the roam. They've definitely got to be careful.
Here we go, Ash going in for a kill, and
not hesitating and taking the mirror out within seconds. That's the danger of a mirror, you know, when you have the mirror window down, you're really just telling people where you're gonna be.
Oh, I just realized Xentec's actually on Cav. Yeah, this is. He took far too long to react after they pushed into the site there. Wasn't really holding any angles in particular, and oh!
Immediately gets taken out there.
9 and
As
2.
the winners of these finals, Pure now winning his second random 2v2s tournament in a row. We have Pure Anguish from Red Dragon, second entry, and we have the Pope, aka Tesco. Congratulations to those guys. Really good matches. I mean, just really good plays there in general. That was a very difficult match, I think. Pure taking the 9 kills there on that one. Really good gunplay, to be fair.
Just incredible. It's, I think, yeah, the downside for the defenders there was they went with a very good site, but defended it incredibly poorly. They left their backs open to the enemy, and they lost for it, which is just a bit sad. But, you know, good job to the winning team. They'll be getting their little rolls.
Yeah, we'll be putting the roles now onto Tesco, who's now won his match with Pure. Let's give him the new role right now. Just generally, you know, great job to both teams there. I think it was a very tough game. Closer perhaps than would be expected. But no, very, very good on both sides.
Most definitely. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I doubt anyone will want to do another custom game after this on stream. In any case, I'm very tired now after streaming for much longer than I usually do. So
it's been a long day.
It's been a long day, exactly.
Just a few shout outs to do though. First of all, these will be uploaded onto our YouTube, which is over at Perpetual Nonsense. You can look us up. Also, if you're on our Discord, the videos will go up onto the media notifications channel as and when they do come out. We're hoping over the course of the next week. That'll be down to our editor, who will be sending the video to. As for joining the community, if you're not in the community already, hop on over to our Discord. It's an open community. You're more than welcome to join us. These are bi-weekly tournaments, so the next one will be 2 weeks today. It'll either be a 2v2 or a 3v3, depending on popularity. And yeah, we'll go from there.